The future of transportation will look like something straight out of one of your favorite science fiction films. Think Blade Runner, Back to the Future, or even Ghost in the Shell. Films whose settings highlight the imaginative power of engineering and technology. In the next 30 to 50 years, humanity will likely see some of the most dramatic changes in transportation technology since the invention of the automobile. Emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, 5G networks, and even additive manufacturing are exacerbating the speed of these transportation innovations. What does this future look like? Well, let's take a look. One of the most exciting areas of transportation is the coming age of electric airplanes. This new world of aviation will likely feature cheaper tickets to your favorite destinations, quieter airports, and shorter runways. Even more so, electric planes will be great for the environment. In 2018 alone, the aviation industry emitted about 895 million tons of CO2 worldwide, or about the same amount of CO2 as the entire continent of South America. The first changes in aviation are going to occur in small and medium-sized aircraft. Companies like Rolls-Royce and Eviation are leading the charge. Late in 2019, Rolls-Royce unveiled its 300-mile-per-hour electric aircraft, a small plane expected to take flight later this year. While Eviation is currently working on a sleek, luxurious private jet. This year, U.S. startup ZeroAvia reached a critical milestone, flying the world's largest electric plane over Europe. The six-seater aircraft featured a hybrid hydrogen/electric powertrain. ZeroAvia's aircraft will eventually be used for short-haul trips from regional airports at around half of today's cost. What about electric commercial flights? These still have a ways to go. Electric planes have been around since the 1970s, but challenges in the technology have prevented the electric planes from being adopted. In short, batteries are not as efficient as gas and probably will not be for a while. Nevertheless, there is a bit of good news. Dr. Ches Hall and his team at Whittle Lab have been hard at work developing electric propulsion systems that could be a possible alternative for the 737. And companies like ZeroAvia hope to eventually make zero-emission hydrogen engines that can power 200-seater planes for up to 5,500 kilometers, possibly by 2040. However, this is just the tip of the iceberg for the future of transportation. In the near future, you could be flying through the skies for much shorter trips. That's right, the age of flying cars is almost here. In the next 5 to 10 years, you could be catching air taxis to your next crosstown event or to a neighboring city. Uber and Hyundai are both working on such a vehicle. Recently showcased at CES 2020, the Hyundai Urban Air Mobility Concept SA1 is fully electric, and it is to be used with Uber's upcoming Air ride-hailing service. The concept vehicle could launch from the top of skyscrapers, flying you to your destination at 200 miles per hour. The Sebastian Thrun-founded aviation company Kitty Hawk is also entering the world of flying cars, recently unveiling its Flyer and all-electric VTOL. The single-seater vehicle is powered by 10 independent fans and operates 3 to 10 feet off the water. Companies like Lilium, Toyota, and Boeing are all also working on air taxis. If you want to stay a little more grounded, there are some options for you too. For those who would prefer to stay on the ground, cars will also be very different in the future. In fact, we are already beginning to see some of these changes, such as the electrification of vehicles and the use of autonomous technologies across the automotive industry. Driving itself might become a thing of the past. Elon Musk promises his Tesla fleet of cars will be fully autonomous in the very near future. In fact, a number of companies are betting that this will become a significant trend in the automotive industry. Companies like Toyota are working on developing vehicles that will take you from point A to B without the need for you to lay a hand on the wheel. These will be interconnected with smart cities, continuously adapting to their surroundings using real-time data. Within these same smart cities, autonomous pods like oragoses will take you to work, controlled by your smartphone or even biometric implants. In the future, vehicles could look more like Mercedes-Benz's Vision After, a vehicle which uses features such as bionic flaps that communicate with other vehicles and the driver, full autonomy, biometric detection, and hand gesture controls. The fun doesn't stop there. Other forms of transportation will change too. BMW's Motorrad Vision Next 100 shows us what motorcycles could look like in the coming years. The zero-emission bike has a self-balancing system and a smart visor that uses augmented reality. It is so safe that you may not need a helmet. And just like Marty McFly, you too could have your own hoverboard in the future. French inventor Frankie Zapata has created a functional hoverboard dubbed the Flyboard Air. He used one to cross the English Channel in 2019. At the rate technology is evolving, it is likely to have an effect on not only how we travel, but on the types of places we live. Cities could be redesigned with more room on the streets for pedestrians and bicycles, as commuters take to the skies or travel in special lanes reserved for self-driving pods. Are you excited for the future of transportation? Tell us which innovations excite you the most.